Watch your mouth. Hi, Bill. How are you? Hi, spiritually protected. Hi, Lynn. I'm okay. Still hermiting, yeah. Same. Just gonna do some messages today. Leaning more towards a love reading because I haven't used my Amira's Love Oracle in a minute, so I thought I'd bust them out and see what they have to say. My Universal Celtic Tarot, which I haven't even used for a reading yet. Star card and 7 of Pentacles. Looks like Aquarius just wants to come out really bad, hey? So I'll start with Aquarius. Some kind of ending here. You're in a transition, Aquarius. You need to stay grounded, especially when it comes to gaining a sense of independence, when it comes to financial situations. 7 of Wands. You're still kind of guarded to certain things, or this person's guarded towards you. I feel like you have a lot of commotion going on in your head. You feel like some of you guys are dealing with a Cancer who talks too much. Some of you guys just want to get the fuck away. So, 7 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. You want to be done with this. This is done to you. You feel like you've taken all the hits you can take. But this person, I don't think is done. I think that the outcome is still kind of to be determined. There could be children involved for some of you. You have dating queen, soulmate, wildflower, and destiny. It's like you're waiting for this, or this person's waiting for this, but it doesn't really feel like that's gotten anywhere. It's like the same repeated cycle with you, because they need you to make a clear decision about what it is that you want. That you can work this out, but you have to figure out discernment about what it is that you want. Some of you guys might have some health issues. Someone just is not in it right now, even though this person is your soulmate. Maybe they feel like you have too much going on, kind of getting that energy. Or you've been through a lot, or they've been through a lot. Someone doesn't express themselves. Someone could be more focused on money, and they don't take you serious. I'm just going to be honest. Someone doesn't take you serious at all. And they don't want to look stupid. Who's next? I don't think it's a question of if they want anyone else. I just feel like they're bored and you're not really doing shit about it. Who is the next person we should do? Death card and the Sun card. So Leo and Scorpio. What are the messages for Leo? You feel like something's over, something's a burden, someone does. Could be a job you're sick of, or you're sick of how someone acts. There's definitely like a lot of good memories here with this person, and they feel like you guys had fun, like things went better in your life when you were together with them. And that this was possibly part of your destiny, but what part of your destiny did you choose? Because some of you guys want a spiritual connection. You're dealing with someone who can't give that to you. You're dealing with someone who doesn't have a lot of life experience, someone who doesn't, someone who expects you to do everything for them. And there's a lot of fear around what this person is doing. The Wheel, the Six of Cups, and the Ten of Wands, you feel like this person left you out, you left them out. You almost feel a sense of peace now that this is over, but then there's still these memories, like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Or so for some of you guys, you're dealing with someone who reminds you of a sibling, or you were a sibling in a past life, possibly. Someone kind of iced you out, and their career involves them being like in a public image, or you are in a public image, and their ego can't handle that. Their ego feels like they work really hard to give you what you want, or vice versa, and you guys are on different pages. Someone got pregnant, there's a child here. Someone wants to date around because they feel like they're the shit, basically. But they're icing you out, basically. They feel like someone is taking this new adventure and wants to be lighthearted, and they want to be friends with you, but as far as how they feel, they're not really saying much. Like I said, that ego. Secretly, they feel like it could work, but there's some issues, definitely. Scorpio. Scorpio, it's about protecting your energy. You're gaining experience through this time of being on your own. But a part of you wants to move into new energy. You have the Ten of Cups, the Fool card, and the Four of Pentacles. So, are we dealing with someone you're not talking to? Four of Swords. You feel like someone's asleep. They're holding back, even though this energy is still here. I think you both understand, like, this is a blessing. This is something that you both could be really happy. Your ancestors are, like, in the background trying to make this work. They want this commitment to work and, like, this family situation to go through. But someone needs to, like, nurture this situation. Maybe make it clear that this is what they want, that you guys are on the same page instead of messing around on social media. There needs to be actual communication. Someone is very business oriented, and the partnership thing, it's like they're basically, if you wanted someone who's loyal and honest, they're that, but they're also kind of out here and involved in other things. So it's not like you're someone could be married. Someone needs to make a clear decision about this. It's like, it's a lot of fantasy, imagination, but there's also something new here. Some of you guys, they're still dealing with someone who's a karmic, someone who's a blonde female. So you iced them out, they iced you out. Seems like it's a short-term situation because they know that it's karmic, but then in the meantime, someone wants to date, someone is dating. I feel like this is helping you both grow on a spiritual level. But at the same time, there's certain things that you know that just really aren't being said. It's not that you don't want it. It's more like, what are you going to do to get it type of energy. Like, someone wants you to fight for it, or there's a lot of uncertainty around expression with whoever this is, even though it would surprise you, I think, what this person actually wants, even though they're all over the place. Someone's image isn't exactly who they are. I think someone's more innocent than they would lead on. Maybe you can't tell that in the communication. Your ancestors are like, pay attention, you know what I mean? Two of Swords is Libra. What decision do we have to make, Libra? Something about going back to school? I think you could do it. Some of you guys want to get more active, play a sport. You could do that too. You guys are kind of, you could do whatever you want, basically. Your career would be fine. There's someone who wants to talk to you. But I feel like the energy is off. It's almost like you had to teach them things you didn't want to teach them, or this could have been a learning. Jesus, you would have all these damn cards. All right. Let's just read the whole book, shall we? Strength card. Someone's like could be dealing with Aquarius. Some of you guys are dealing with, yeah, I keep seeing Aquarius, Pisces. You don't have time for the party situation. I feel like some of you guys are definitely in Queen of Swords mode. You put a end to this third party dancing around bullshit, I think. You're not really into the same things you were before. You're like, this is child's play. You know, you have a bigger vision for your life. And I don't think that certain people around you do. Certain people around you are like lighthearted. You're like, eh. It's like you kind of want to keep your sense of individuality, but like this is still like an unknown area. It's like parts of you hopes that this friendship or this could get better, but at the same time, a part of you is like, this could end because someone's communication skills are like a child. Somebody seems to socialize quite a bit, but when it comes to working on the partnership with you, it's not so much. Someone misses their freedom. 9 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Wheel. You had this idea of how things would go, and a part of you knows things are going to go how they're supposed to go, but it's like you have this bond, but a part of you wonders if you're on the same page with this person, because you want this, you can see what it would be, but there's still parts about it that like part of you still wants your freedom, or this person does. There's still a connection here, but it's like, are they wanting the partnership or are they wanting the marriage? You don't really know. And you don't know where their attention, maybe their attention is off, communication's off, just the overall appearance of this is off for some reason. Some of you guys have grown up quite a bit from, you know, there were days where the triangle and, you know, picking up bitches in the car thing kind of worked out, but now you kind of grown out of it a little bit, but then a part of you misses this, not having all these emotions and being able to do what you want to do, because you want to date, you want to see what else is out there, you want to have fun, but you're confusing. You're confusing as fuck, we'll just put it that way. You don't know the outcome of this, neither do they. Everybody has needs, maybe you're not. You kind of want to keep your options open. But you don't want to tell this person that. I think you see them in a good light. You respect them, but you're not really like, this is going to be the person you spend the rest of your life with type of energy. Who's next? Crossroads, Hermit, Virgo. What are the messages for Virgo? Virgo, you're unsure about something. Something you don't open up about. Something, your emotions about someone. Pisces, possibly. Could be an Aquarius. Could be a Leo. Could be a Cancer. There's like a friend energy here, but then there's like a fear of, are they going to be able to give you what you want? Chariot. Cancer could, I think. I don't know about the other ones. Part of you feels like you need to walk away from this person. You still haven't really made a decision. Some of you guys are like, some of you guys like this Queen of Wands energy. Some of you guys like this King of Swords energy. I don't get very, like, I think out of all of these, this King of Swords kind of seems like better. There's more success. He just doesn't say shit, and that's annoying, probably. Walking away from things that hold you back, like hold you down. You're trying to make better decisions, but it's like you and the person you deal with are very different people, but at the same time, you're each other's half. So you know that this is your soulmate. You know that this is who makes you happy, but you're still stuck in your head about things because I think that this person you deal with is very multifaceted. She's not only magic, she deals with magic, but she's also has a lot of emotions, and then there's another side of her where she's like ice cold, so you don't really want to piss her off. Touche. You should still say how you feel, though. You can't just sit here and not say anything if you genuinely want shit to work out. You guys are like learning and at the same time as a couple, so it's not easy. Someone just needs to have more confidence in themselves and know that, you know, sometimes love and wisdom go hand in hand, but we don't really get wisdom and love without experience, and some of those experiences are shitty, let's just face it. So being able to talk about them. Two of Cups is Cancer. Some of you guys are worried if your career is going in the right place. I think that it is. There are some emotions that you need to release around a family dynamic. How you grew up. Queen of Cups, you're in your own energy. You don't have to be so protective. Four of Cups, you're bored though. Maybe you're afraid that you missed an opportunity with someone. Because what you want to tell them is basically, you know, you were just trying to get your money together. You don't think things are really over. But at the same time, maybe social media messes with your head a little bit. Someone could be married already, or they want this to happen. Jeez. Someone has children with another person. I feel like this is where the marriage comes in. But then there's energy of talking to another person. Someone got caught up at work with someone else. And then there's a past life connection with someone who is your family. This is all over the place. But I feel like you are trying to figure out this partnership, but it's not in this one person. It's several things that are all coming up right now to be dealt with at the same time. And some of it has to do with your siblings even, like a lot of energy of clearing. And should you date? Yes. I mean, one of these brothers looks pretty good to me, and he makes a lot of money, so someone needs to get out of a commitment before they date you, however, and not dwell so much on the past. Six of Swords is Aquarius, I believe. What are the messages for Aquarius? Did we already do Aquarius? I think I already did, didn't I? Yeah, I did Aquarius first. Tripping. Let's move to Aries. What are the messages for Aries? Some of you guys are like, I want to go somewhere, but I don't know where. You stir crazy or nah? Some of you guys are having a spiritual awakening, and you're like, you don't really understand what this is, but you're getting like a lot of knowledge given to you like all at once, and you're not really sure. I feel like it's freaking you out, but it's kind of interesting at the same time. The problem is, when you take a step towards spirituality, the 3D mentality can't really come with you. The money, cars, clothes, you're gonna have to make a decision about what side you want to be on. I feel like, you know, things are changing, Aries. You have a lot of emotions for something, but something ended like really bad for you, and you want to balance things out. Maybe with the Sagittarius, you want to put more time into this, or they want to work this out, but part of you's like, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off type energy. You have emotions for them, but a part of you is looking back at something from your past, and it's hard for you to let it go, because you know that there's some kind of calling you have in your life, whether it's self-love, whether it's love with another person. You're being called in another direction, and the past doesn't really have anything new to say, even though a part of you still desires that mature woman. You're like slowly backing away from certain energies because you know what they're about, or maybe you should. I think you want to keep people as friends, but you're isolating yourself from certain people, which you're actually listening to what you're being guided to do, so that's not a bad thing. It's about duality, however, and having courage. Your past life shit is being brought to the forefront, because some of you guys not only worked with this person, you had a family with them. There's something about when you talk to this person, you know that they're like meant to be in your life, but a part of you wants to explore this new situation and wants to be free from this. But then you see this person who could be like dating around, you know, who you're friends with, and then you have this, but it's still a past love. There's still this tug at you about this person. And I think it's because it's a part of your growth process. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you end up with, but I do feel like a part of you can't really let it go, and maybe you should tell this person how you feel, or like something, because I don't know if you told them any of these feelings. I don't think so. You just kind of held it in the back of your head that things would work out for whatever reason. Capricorn. Capricorn is figuring out what they want. Capricorn wants honesty. Capricorn is healing. Capricorn Your intuition is on point. You're figuring out some more things about yourself. You put something down. You have these emotions for this person, but at the same time, trying to hold on to this. And it's not even the person, it's the version of the person that you wanted to keep so close. It's like you can't have people in the way that you want them all the time, regardless of how you feel. Basically, I feel like is the main... You can still have peace in a situation, but it's not necessarily going to be in the way that you wanted it to be. I think someone needs to release this, whether it's you or this person, because they know that while they are going through this transition, there's like a protective energy over you, probably because there's children involved, but at the same time, it's like they're not really telling you like the outcome that they see for this, and it's like a routine to them. It's not something where they could be that committed person, or maybe you don't feel like you could, something like that. I see someone moving away from this, and they're afraid because of children. They think that you're not gonna let them see the children. Kids are innocent. They shouldn't be involved in bullshit either way. No one wants that kind of drama when kids are involved. Especially if you grew up in that environment, it just fucks you up for life. And that's why this person's having a hard time making this decision, even though at the end of the day they know it's over. I feel like this person wants to see you happy. This person wants to see you dating. They feel like, despite all the bullshit, despite all the gossip, you know, this was something that really was a stepping stone for something that they're supposed to move towards in their life, or you are. And even though they try to be creative and like work this out, I think that the problem is they're destined or called to be greater than this, and they're going to do whatever they can to keep this together or provide or be the person that they can be, but it's just not going to be your version. And I think that's what they have a hard time telling you. That was deep. Damn. Taurus. You don't know something. You're at a crossroads. Your ancestors are like, you know those people that are on like a runway for like airplanes, and they have like the little the lights in their hands, and they're like trying to get you to go a certain way, but you're like, I don't know, like maybe I could. I feel like you've been walking this like green mile for a minute, Taurus, and you know damn well which way you're supposed to go, but you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it my way. And you just causing your own bullshit at this point. And I can't even, like, it's funny to me, but at the same time, y'all are really smart, but you fucking with you can't fuck with your ancestors and people like that. Like, they know what you're doing. You can probably finesse a lot of people, but not them. Crazy motherfuckers. Damn. The Chariot, Six of Cups. Thank you, Amanda. Knight of Swords, the Magician. I think you're going in the right direction regardless. These horses aren't really stopping for you. I feel like a part of you holds back, a part of you is ready to go. And it's like you're trying to balance these energies, or they're trying to balance, but it's like cause and effect. And these emotions, this bond from your childhood, from your past life, whatever this is what makes you happy. And there's no way around it. I mean, look at the bull. Like, y'all aren't even stepping on the cracks type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're very calculated and, you know, moving in such a way where you trying to be all like super sneaky with this Magician here. But at the end of the day, like, go towards the light. You know what I mean? Like, you see the deer back here? Like, go towards that. Like, you're going the right way, but you need to, like, you know, make it known that this is the way you're going, this is what you want to do. Some of you guys have incredible talents, incredible gifts. Some of you guys have these feelings that you don't really know how to express, maybe creatively, but at the same time your career is bringing you to a really high level of fame, but your spirit is trying to keep up because a part of you has this childlike energy that is just begging to come out because it needs to be nurtured. And there's certain choices that you have to make in your life right now to be that teacher you never had, to be that father you never had, to be the mother you never have, or to accept someone in your life to fill a role that maybe it wasn't planned that way, you know what I mean? But at the same time, the right people will be brought into your life, and you kind of already know that. But you have to work on it, like make a collective transition into this. Like, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm, like, you know, telling the universe, like, you know, I'm not going to keep it to myself anymore. You know, whatever you're going through, you don't have to keep isolating and dwelling on shit. Some of you guys just need to pick up the fucking phone and call somebody. Some of you guys need to get a pet. I recommend a goldfish because they're good luck. But I'm not telling you what to do. You have money, union, and beauty queen. Well, damn. True love. There's obstacles to this because this person is your twin. And in the process, you guys are like growing a lot spiritually, but this is a friendship. You have some karmic shit that is keeping this apart. Mainly until you figured out what it is that you want, you know, not listening to other people, not involving other people. Because when you're with the heavy hitters, you got to step in a certain way. You have to come correctly. And I think that you know that. Maybe the person you're dealing with doesn't. Either way, as long as you clear the karmic shit up, I don't see the problem. But you're so calculated and like I can't even handle this big ass bowl with his feet all within the circles right here. Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I don't even know. Trying to be slick in the corner. Sagittarius. Coming to a level of understanding, especially when it comes to communication. Some of you guys have a gift of prophecy. You have the bee as your sacral chakra, but also the bee as an animal. So it's like figuring out your desires, nurturing, you know, the feminine energy, getting creative when it comes to your work, your romantic life, needing to release, you know, I feel like anything difficult for you at this point needs to be released, and you know that, but it's just like the enlightenment that you have about certain things, especially for some of you a father, for some of you a child, for some of you what your purpose is. Bringing your communication skills to an all-time high, and with the right determination, with the right, you know, taking the steps in that direction. For a lot of you, it has to do with communication. For a lot of you, it has to do with facing your fears and challenges head on. And look, this might be hard for me to get through, but I'm going to get through it, and I'm, you know, able to do this. Your spirits are channeling with you heavy, but they're also needing you to be aware of listening to the right things around you, because some of you have some negative energy around you, and it's important to clear that out and channel, never from a place of fear or lack or misunderstanding, always from a clear mind, or at least trying to be there and being that open channel to, you know, what you give your attention to, what you're giving your energy to, because it's all about discernment at this point for everybody. It's like, we got to figure it out, you know. any kind of heavy challenges right now, it's because you're refusing to change a certain part of you. You have Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Emperor, the Hierophant. This is all about how you grew up, the values, the morals, the understanding that you had. This is big time father energy for some of you, and I'm not throwing shade because I come from probably the most fucked up situation you could think of. Making that decision to go towards your passion, you know what it is already. It's about expressing it either to the universe, to someone about how you feel, to a decision that you made about someone you let in your life, perhaps for some of you, but also to wholeheartedly step, face first, for lack of better words, into this transformation so that you can have increases in every part of your life. Good Lord. Some of you guys could be dating someone who, there's a lot of bullshit around this person. You met someone at a young age. There's a kind of a karmic cycle here. But then there's this new person that's coming in that wants to date you, but you're still kind of like... Some of you guys were with somebody who wanted an open relationship, and you're like, this is bullshit. And so now you're kind of like cutting yourself off from people. You're not really talking to anyone. You're isolating. But at the same time, if there's someone who wants to take you out, I don't feel like this person is the same person from your past. And it could be successful, but it's about you deciding that, you standing in your power and moving towards that. Whoever it is has a nice car, so there's that. They're just like probably really stubborn. They probably remind you of your father, like that energy of like working a lot, not saying a lot. Old family shit, I see big time. Gemini. There's 17 people in my chat room right now. Hit the like button. Thanks for coming out. I'm not very good at reading the comments and channeling and doing cards, so if you don't know, now you know. There's too much shit going on. My brain's too all over the place to do everything at once, which is why I have my lovely moderators in my room. Gemini, is this something to do with a friend of yours, or do you just need to have some fun? Like, do you need to laugh a little bit, like Hakuna Matata, some of y'all are stressed the fuck out, but it's just, this is something you're holding on to, past situations, issues. You're not very able to communicate with someone in your life very well, even though you protect yourself so much when it comes to certain things, and then you give this illusion with the magician, everything's fine, but in reality it's not. And some of you guys had a really bad accident, and maybe it affects you in more ways than one. Maybe you have a really hard time making decisions. Maybe you have brain damage. Maybe there's something with your throat. Maybe there's something with being afraid to travel, being afraid to move, or something like that, and you're not really telling anyone. And I think that you have support. I do feel like there's someone that you guys are either engaged to, or there's that situation will grow, but maybe taking it slow. Some of you guys need to get a dog. I want a dog. Some of you guys need to be careful about when that you don't cut yourself, like something to, I don't know if you have something with your blood or whatever the case may be, but there might be some kind of, I don't know what that blood thing is called, but if you get a cut and it bleeds a lot, some of you guys need to be careful of that, especially your fingers. Maybe you work in a place like that or something. Yeah, you guys need to have some fun. You have someone who works a lot, and he's very serious. And he doesn't really say anything like, "Meh." You know what I mean? You don't even, like, this person probably doesn't even tell you how he feels about you. Those people are fun. You're at a crossroads. You know a lot about this, and you're trying to be patient. You just need to laugh a little bit, like, fuck, watch something funny, do something, like, suffering in silence isn't where it's at. And for some of you guys, money isn't enough, just saying. Pisces. What are the messages for the sign of Pisces? Ooh. Be adaptable to change, because you're going through something. This experience is teaching you how to make decisions, especially when it comes to your own fears about your abilities. You're going to be faced with stress and anxiety, but at the same time, you can do it. You just have to have a routine that would help you the best that is able to in this madness. You have a lot of wisdom. Some of you guys are really beautiful people. You have a lot of wisdom or enlightenment to share with the world, but your own uncertainty kind of messes with your creativity. And I mean, next to Scorpio, Pisces is the most psychic sign. I don't know how you could all even second guess that. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are pretty out there. Knight of Swords, the World, Five of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and Death. You're stressed out about money. You feel like you want to have this conversation about this, but it's like the old ways have to be gone. It doesn't matter what you say, how you think, what you want. At this point, things are going to go how they're meant to go. So when you can have this sort of peace when it comes to anything, you know, find a place to yourself where you can find peace. This lady's sitting underneath the moon outside, breathing in some fresh air, you know, channeling with your spirits in those places is going to help you a lot, because you are, your mind doesn't calm down, which I can relate to. But you would be surprised at how many people appreciate you and what you do in your life. It's just that maybe they're little, maybe they're friends, maybe there's a lot of stress and commotion that goes on. But at the end of the day, this is cutting out the things and going towards, you have ideas you want to do, and it's going to take a delicate balance to make this work. And you're dealing with someone who has these emotions for you, but it's just like they'll never crack. They'll never just openly say, I love you, I appreciate you for doing the 14 loads of laundry and taking care of the kids all fucking day, God bless you. You're not dealing with someone like that. You're dealing with someone who's going to provide for you, that's going to do things that in a probably monetary way and be that person. They're not like super lovey, like, you know, us water signs are such suckers that we think that you think you can crack an earth sign, but you can't. You can put a bull in the corner, you can put a Virgo in the corner, you can put a Capricorn. They're all going to do the same shit. They're grounded people that make money, and that's what they know. That's all they fucking know. So it's just like, you can't change that. Is the feelings here, is the desire here? Yeah, but I mean, I guarantee you this person has been this way for a very long time, you know? You'd probably never know how much they want you or how much they care about you, because they're too busy doing a bunch of other shit. You know what I mean? Just trip them in the hallway or something. I don't know. There's a lot going on. It doesn't change that these feelings and emotions are real, that this person has. You know, you balance each other out, but they're just stubborn as fuck, basically. Stubborn as shit. And they have lots of guards up because of how they grew up. They keep a lot of shit to themselves. Stubborn bastards. I keep saying the commitment here, though. I feel like if that's what you, I mean, I feel like they're committed. Definitely past life. You guys have been through some shit, especially with kids and work. I think they have this gift for you, you know what I mean? But I think that a part of them, you know, you guys, maybe you spend like not enough time together, or some of you guys spend too much time together. Like this person wants to be able to go do stuff together, or you do. Like they want to take a trip somewhere, you know, and have fun. But it's like, maybe it's just not happening right now. So, I think that's all my signs. I don't remember what anybody said. Yeah, Pisces, you are really big daydreamers too. But your abilities are something that not a lot of people have, you know. But how do you balance out the energy? If that's usually one of our biggest... I mean, if your counterpart is an earth sign, then that's something you need in your life, and then they need your energy too. So how do you bring it together? Like that's kind of what you guys are learning, but at the same time being in the relationship, so that's even harder, you know. Shit ain't easy. Shit ain't easy out here, you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm about to get off this. I hope everyone has a good night. Thanks for coming out. I'll talk to you later. Bye.